ORUSocial.com. That's ORUSocial.com. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway, he's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you, smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give him a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You got to tell him, though, that I sent you. You got to tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975.
Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway, he's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you. smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give them a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You got to tell them, though, that I sent you. You got to tell them that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
The Sleeper Pick, the guy only you believe in. In 1 week fantasy football on DraftKings, he can be the difference. So trust your gut. Trust your numbers. Trust your Uncle Vito if you want. But know this, that sleeper is out there. The question is, who's going to play him? This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.
To create your account, click on the banner link on the DougStewartShow.com or the Doug Stewart Show app. Footballsportsapp.com. What is it? It's the first live action mobile sports app played in real time, and a cool way to immerse yourself in the game. Make coaching calls just like the pros. Check out the video. Download for free this fall and register now again at footballsportsapp.com. Want to be part of this new exciting technology and make money? Fill out the short form at the bottom of the website and mention TDSS. Again, footballsportsapp.com. Yes, sir.
Chaka 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 Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, that's all I wanna do, Chaka Khan.
All right, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. We had a little technical difficulties in the studio here, so we had a couple of extra commercials just now, but it's all good. This is a Throwback Thursday, and we're throwing it back to 1985. Yeah. On the line right now, my man Warren Ballentine. Warren Ballentine, what were you doing in 1985?
In 1985, I was in sixth grade, Doug, looking at Scooby-Doo and trying to do the moonwalk.
We are talking to my man Warren Ballentine right now on the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, man. Thank you for coming on. Warren, if you didn't know, if you've been under a rock, man, nationally syndicated radio host a couple years back, now has his own radio show online, the Warren Ballentine Show. Thank you for coming in. Man, I asked you to come on, man. Obviously, you know what's going on in this country, and it's really hit home over the last couple of days with Terrence Crutcher and Keith Scott, and where it ties into this show in sports and entertainment is the Colin Kaepernick angle. And you know, yesterday when I started looking at that video of Crutcher getting killed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man, I just said I'm tired of the routine where a black person gets killed in the street like a dog by the police. A couple of days and weeks go by, we forget about it till it happens again. Like, I asked a question on social media, what can we do fundamentally, politically, legislatively to try to make real change in the police department with their policy? And so I wanted to get your thoughts on that, man. This is what you talk about day in and day out. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, I'd like to say this about the sports angle, man. I'm so proud. I'm a proud brother of Phi Beta Sigma, just like you're a proud brother of Omega Psi Phi. But that brother Kaepernick of Kappa Alpha Psi, I have to give him props. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
If more athletes would do this would start making people have to deal with what's real. And what's real in this country is it's not even – racism is real. It exists. It's always going to be here no matter what. But the problem with the cops, it's not a legislative thing. You can put all the laws on the book you want to put on. You can arrest them. You can send them to jail. They're still going to be killing us in the streets. And the reason why they're going to be killing us is because it's a mentality. We've been conditioned in this country to believe black people, especially black men, are killers and murderers and dope boys and everything else. See, this is a direct product of three things. It's a direct product of the news media, the music, and television and movies. Because when you step back and look, if you're somebody who's white and you don't have black friends, you may not be racist at all, but you just don't have black friends.
Right.
You may grow up in an area where, it's just nobody black there. The only perception you have of black people is what you hear in their music, what you see on the news,
right,
and what you see on television. So if your perception of somebody black is based on those three things, you automatically have a fear of black people because of the fact of everything that's being shown about black males is nothing but negativity. Now, you think about this. Excuse me. And you think about this in this sense. If people don't believe it's a mentality thing, just stop and I'm going to ask you this question. Mm-hmm. If I tell you illegal immigrant, the first thing you think is what?
Mexicans.
If I tell you terrorists, the first thing you think is what? Arabic.
Right. Middle Eastern, right.
If I tell you gangster, thug, drug dealer, the first thing you think is what?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I hate to even say it. Yeah.
Young black male, young Latino males. And so these cops, when they're rolling into these situations, and Tulsa is a perfect example of this. That woman was afraid of that man, even though that man had his hands up, was nowhere near her. But her perception of black people is a perception based on what she's seeing in the media, television, everything else. Now, look, I'm syndicated again in local cities across the country, in 10 cities right now. I just signed a deal with CW for a television show. But the reality of all this is, if we don't change the perception of black males, then at that point, this mentality is going to stay in place, and we're still going to always have this problem. I mean, even with President Obama and the First Lady, everybody, when he first got in office, white America act like this was some big thing, that he was a married black man who loved God and who was raising his kids. That's every day in black America. But that part of black America is not highlighted. The highlighted part is Pookie on the corner shooting somebody, or Pookie on the corner robbing somebody, and because that's the part that's highlighted, whether we talk about it in our music, whether we're looking at it on Empire and the Power, or we're looking at our women degrade themselves on Basketball Wives. Hell, ain't nobody up there white. Yeah. They either divorced or a baby mama. But because this perception is being put out here, this mentality that black men are dangerous is put into the mindset of these people who are supposed to be policing us. And see, it started, we go all the way back to slavery. When this country first formed, you had indentured servants and you had slaves. Both of them could only be in bondage for 7 to 14 years at the most. When that was going on, those poor whites and those poor blacks who were slaves were working together against the master, against the owner. So once this country came into conception, the landowners, the white rich elite, said, look, we got to separate these people. And how do we separate these people? We're going to make the poor white man the overseer over the slave. And once they did that, you had this, well, I'm better than you attitude and a mentality that I'm looking down on you.
Right.
Then you fast forward to after the slavery era, civil rights, the Civil War. We had Reconstruction. We could vote. We could do all these other things. So the white owners in the South, who used to be the slave owners, wanted their slaves back. So how do they get them back? They create Jim Crow laws. And under these Jim Crow laws, if you and I were standing on the corner just talking, we could go to jail for 5 years or pay a $5,000 fine. So within a 3-year period, the jails in America went from having 8,000 people total in them to over 100,000 people in there. 90,000 of them were black. And they were in there, 75% of them were in there because they didn't have a job, not because they had committed a crime.
Right.
But once they saw those numbers, what the white South said is, look, we need to be separate but equal from these people, because you see they're the ones who are, they're the troublemakers. They're the ones who, and so a mentality came across the North and said, look, you're right. Look at these numbers. These numbers don't lie. And so we should be separate but equal. And so now you have a whole group of people looking down on another group of people because they think we're animals. They think we're less than because all of us are going to jail. So now let's fast forward to today. Look at how they view us today. They talk about how many of us are in jail. They're always trying to put us in jail. They over-arrest us. And part of that is to keep that mentality that these people right here are bad people. Now, for me, the solution is simple. We need 2 things to happen in this country. One, we need economic development. If we get economic development in our communities, guess what? These brothers and sisters out here are doing things. They won't be doing those things if they have a chance to make a good living and create wealth for them and their family. Mm-hmm. The second thing is we need to look at what's really going on with this country. See, we're so quick to yell we're a capitalistic country. Well, by definition, to be a capitalistic country, we got to have somebody that's poor, somebody that's middle, and somebody that's rich. That's what capitalism is. Well, we've taken that same concept and put it into the educational system. Every public school system across this country, if you look, you have underperforming kids, you have average kids, and you have the advanced placement kids, the AP kids. Now, that is the same setup as capitalism. So they've pre-designated these kids' lives before they even start their lives. And this is why they can look at the school systems and tell how many jails they're going to need in the next 15 years. This is why they can sell prisons to private owners and guarantee that the prisons will be full for 90% occupancy for the next 20 years. And this is why it's so important what Colin Kaepernick is doing, because if the sports community steps up, just imagine, Doug, if all our best ball players said, look, until y'all stop killing us, we're going to nothing but HBCUs to play ball.
Right.
If they still going to make it to the league. Right. The talent is undeniable.
And that's the problem. So they don't understand that, but you're exactly right.
I mean, it's so many little things that we can do. But I love the CIAA. Been going to CIAA almost all my life. But if we're really going to take a stance in Charlotte, CIAA should pull up out of Charlotte, just like the